one of the interesting things that we've seen in Maine so far has been a sign saying, "Watch for moose on the roadway." Not something we would have expected. And we are now on US Highway 1, and we're headed down this coastal road to get to Camden Hills State Park, where we're going to Spirit of Belle and Beast at Camden Hills State Park. It's a beautiful state park. The sights are not super level, but not terrible. The hardest part is this little road that you have to come in on and back up on. For us was a little bit of a challenge. It's kind of narrow and there are big ditches on either side, but we managed to back Belle up and get her hooked up. She has electric and water. There are pretty isolated spots and lots of woods all around. Here we are in Mount Batty in Camden, Maine. Here you can see the cute little town of Camden. Way over there is a cruise ship. We're hoping that that's Mark and Michelle's ship. We're going to wave to them just in case that's their ship.
We have land yachts. Yeah.
What a beautiful day. Camden, Maine, down by the waterfront. We're going to get ready to get on our boat pretty soon, but we're just taking a little tour of the town, and now we're just going to walk back up here through this beautiful little area with some kind of a strange tree. Cherry tree?
Nope. Coralarian cherry. It's ornamental.
And here is the boat. And here we're getting ready to go on board the Olad to go on our 2-hour cruise.
It was built in Cape Cod. I actually don't remember the exact town off the top of my head.
But it was a New England boat.
It's a New England boat, that's correct.
And how old is it?
It is 97 years old. It was built in 1927.
Dinghy. We know nothing about boats. So here you're here with the Back Road Wanderers, Mike and Liz and Ron and Sandy in Camden, Maine. We're staying at Camden Hills State Park, which is a beautiful state park. It is just across Highway 1 from this area. This area, the park, hugs the coast, and we're going to try to go on the Shoreline Trail this morning. So this is a little side path that takes us down to the Shoreline Trail. If you're going to take the Shoreline Trail, you need to start in the north parking lot and head down this way through the woods. The trails are well marked here. If you're going to come, you need to download a trail map. They have a QR code at the entrance of the park, or you can purchase a map for $1 if you need a paper copy. This trail is about a 0.3 mile trail, and it's just a little peek at the Maine shoreline. So here we're picking up the Shoreline Trail. Beautiful little beach, rocky beaches of Maine. It is a beautiful day. It's about 60 degrees out, maybe. Got quite cool last night. So here is a path down from maybe the south parking lot. It takes us down to this place here with the beautiful benches and picnic tables, and it's going to take us right down to the coast.
Very nice to come here, like you say, for a sunrise.
For breakfast tomorrow. This is the access to the beach or to the coast with the rocks. They have taken the rocks and made them into steps. But you do have to watch where you're going. Here's a big step. And maybe hold on to a tree once in a while. So we drove down Highway 1 from Camden Hills State Park, and we are stopped at Lincolnville. Cute little Maine town. It has a beach. That's why we came. So I have taken off my shoes and socks, and I am going to go down here to the water and put my feet in the ocean. Actually, I guess this is a bay, but hey, we're going to call it the ocean. When you're from Missouri, anything that looks like this is ocean. There's the water. Ooh, it's cold. Here are all the little fishing boats, pleasure boats, some seagulls. Cute little place.
Getting used to the water, Sandy?
Yeah, it's not bad. This is waterproof. Isn't my camera waterproof?
Yes. Look at this.
So here we are, here at Camden Hills State Park, and we're getting ready to go on a hike. We're going to try and hike up to this ski hut, Mount Metagangcook or something like that. And we're going to maybe try and do the loop around and see where we head. So we've come up the hill. We're going to hike up here to the ski cabin, and we're hoping that it's going to straighten out and be flat once we get up the hill. This area is rather hilly, so no matter where you hike, somewhere you're going to be going up. But the good news is then we get to go down. So here we're at the 2-mile mark on this multi-purpose trail, which is the black marker. And we are coming up to the Meguntacook ski lodge or ski cabin. I don't guess it's really a lodge. Beautiful little creek that goes right behind this cabin. Looks like it's a little dry, but in the springtime, I bet this is a beautiful little babbling creek. Here's another signpost. The posts and the trails are very well marked in here. If you get the map, for example, the slope trail, which takes you to the Meguntacook summit, is 1.5 miles that way. The trails are well marked, and they each have a different symbol that they put on the trees so you don't get lost. so here's firewood all ready for a fire, I guess. If you come up here and you're cold, you can have a little fire. And this is a multi-use trail, so you could bike up here. Here's a little bike rack. You can put your bike up here.
Adirondack tears.
Ooh. It's got little reading materials, some wipes, some bunks, little chair, nice firewood. Pretty cool. Beautiful wood. Look at this beautiful little stream going crossing the slope trail. The slope trail is going to take us to Mount. That's birch.
Birch. Okay, birchwood.
It's going to take us through the woods along the slope trail, the Yellow Diamond Trail, to Mount Magentacook, and then we'll go to the Ridge Trail and take the Ridge Trail back to camp. So this is the kind of trail Ron and I like, which is more through the woods. So we decided to take the slope trail up to the overlook. It said 1.5 miles. And we're hoping this was not a mistake. It is not an easy trail. And we are not in the best of shape. But we got to be getting close. Okay, so we have come along the Red X Ridge Trail, and we're coming up here to the Ocean View Overlook. We're hoping this is going to be worth the effort to get up and down on these rocks. But it is a pretty spectacular view. So we've come from up that way at the Ocean View down the Magentacook Trail, which is mostly rocky steps. And we're getting down here to the flatland, and we're going to head right back to the campground. That's the way going up. Follow the gold stars. And here we are almost back to the campground. We're crossing over this bridge. By my reckoning, we did a 5-mile loop up and down this mountain behind us. The up and down is not so hard, except it's over rocks and roots. I'm not sure what was harder, coming down or going up, but we made it.